talented, capable successor. He did not have any children of his own, and his brother was not that interested in really being an emperor. He was more interested in the party life. And he had two daughters who neither one were that gifted administratively. And so for the next 20, 30 years, there is a lack of clear direction, and the military power of the empire recedes just at the wrong time. In 999, the Normans, the same family that William of whom conquers England in 1066, in 999, some of those brothers and relatives invade southern Italy and begin taking over lands that had for centuries belonged to the Byzantine Empire. And so this becomes a sore spot. And then in the year 1052, Patriarch of Constantinople, Michael Cerularius, who is, at this particular point, really the power behind the throne in Constantinople, he forbade the use of unleavened bread, namely the Latin Rite, in the Eucharist in Constantinople, and accused those who did use unleavened bread of Judaizing. Pope Leo IX, when he learned of this, he was a prisoner of the Normans. So there were territorial disputes in the 11th century Italy. And he was a prisoner of the Normans at the time. He sent perhaps the only advisor near him who spoke Greek well and had certain talents that made him a logical choice to go to Constantinople to straighten this out. A man by the name of Humbert, Cardinal Humbert. Now, Cardinal Humbert was also very ambitious and very rash. Although, given circumstances, Leo IX did not have many alternatives. So he sends Humbert and a couple other legates to Constantinople to straighten things out, to seek reconciliation, and within a week he dies. So their entire mission there is without really any canonical power, because they're no longer representing the current head of the Catholic Church. They're no longer representing the Pope. And, excuse me, let me go back. They arrive in Constantinople, are treated rather coldly, and the tempers of both Cardinal Humbert and Patriarch Michael flare. And on July 16th, 1054, Cardinal Humbert marches into the Cathedral of Hagia Sophia and slams down on the altar an excommunication. And Patriarch Michael returns the favor to Cardinal Humbert, excommunicating him. And while at the time it was seen as a personal excommunication of one of the other, this episode in the history of the Church has hardened over time, and has the lack of charity that produced this outrage has never fully been healed. In the 20th century, there have been some healings in the ecumenical relations with the Orthodox, and two previous attempts at the Second Council of Lyon in 1274 and the Council of Florence in 1435 attempted to reconcile East and West, but ultimately proved unsuccessful. Within a generation of the Great Schism, a new tribe of people arrives on the scene in the Western world, namely the Seljuk Turks. And they are committed Sunni Muslims who want to displace their heretical Shiites who are in control of the Caliphate, the Muslim empire out of Egypt. But in their way is the Byzantine Empire and what is now Turkey, and they want to get through. The emperor, the Byzantine emperor, Romanus IV, Diogenes, sets to clear them out of his empire, to push them back. And in a battle near the town in Armenia of Manzikert, modern-day Armenia, his forces are roundly defeated. due mainly to duplicity by another Byzantine general who wants the throne for someone other than Romanus IV. The fact that the empire refuses to honor the peace treaty that Romanus IV signed